This is the worst time to start this video because I'm nearly home, but I realise I haven't done one of these in a while and quite a lot has happened in the last few weeks that I should probably tell you about. So I'm off to Italy on Saturday morning at 06:15 AM flight. Now, the reason I'm going to Italy isn't particularly clear. So I got in touch with this company that I'd heard of through a friend called Smile and said you still exist, ultimately. And what they do is, you don't need to know any Italian, but you go over and teach Italian kids English. And the way they learn English is being immersed in that language. So I thought, great, this is something right up my street. What we don't know when you sign up to the company is where in Italy you're going, what school you're going to be working with, what age group you're going to be working with, and what you're doing there. And now it's 2 days before I leave and I still don't have any of that information. But the positive is that we live with an Italian family. So it's all fresh Italian cuisine. You have a room sorted for you. And this is a job, so we get paid for it as well. Our flights get reimbursed and all that. So it sounds very dreamy. However, all those other difficulties have made the last few weeks a little bit difficult. And today has been the pinnacle of it. Because one of the big things that hasn't happened is they haven't told me when I'm performing this show. What they have told me is my accommodation is available until the morning of Saturday the 1st of July. But they don't know when on Saturday the 1st of July I'm doing the show. So what this means is I haven't booked a return flight. So I've just looked, now seeing as I'm leaving tomorrow and in 2 weeks I return, and there are not many flights left. There's probably about 5 before you start looking at overnight stuff, which I wouldn't dream of. And so this is something that's going on. Additionally, because it was so hard for me to get the time off work, because I have a full-time job, and going off for Italy for 2 weeks to teach people English is not something that's on their plan of things for staff to do. Meaning that I'm now working tomorrow a late shift. So already it was very, very difficult because I originally got the 2 weeks off, which was easy. 2 weeks annual leave, bish bash bosh. Then I got told that the 2 days before that I need to be in for training. And I contacted the company and said, this is ridiculous. I've already booked 2 weeks off work. You can't expect me to book more. And then, because they hold all the trump cards, they turned around and said, well, unfortunately, we wanted you to come do the job, but if you can't do the training, you can't do the job. So my work being quite a team dynamic, I managed to get another person there to cover all my shifts, which was awesome. Means I use a lot of annual leave, but that's no biggie because it also means I get today off, which is great because today's been awful. But, so I've managed to get Saturday and Sunday off, but because I need to be doing training Saturday afternoon, I have to fly Saturday morning, which, as I've said, is 6:15 AM, which is a bloody early flight. And because I've got Saturday and Sunday off, means I'm working tomorrow. Guess what time I'm working tomorrow? 4 PM until 3 AM, which, for those of you who are quite bonkers about airport times, you should probably be able to work out that even if I get to the airport at 3 AM, I've only got 3 hours until my flight. I'm not even at the airport at 3 AM. I am working at 3 AM. So this is already something that I've got to deal with. How do I get from the Cliffs Pavilion to London Stansted? How do I get checked in before the flight leaves at 06:15 AM? What do I do when I get to Italy? And then, how do I get back to London Stansted or one of the other airport options? So, as you can imagine, there's a lot going on. Additionally today, and it's really minimal in terms of everything else, but I had a haircut booked. So I went to the hairdressers and I expected to get my hair cut. It was all shut. So I contacted them and said, hello, I'm early for my haircut. They replied saying, We left early, shut the shop, so no haircuts today, which is great, because that was the only reason I went out. So, yeah, I have a to-do list though. I've written this lovely to-do list. These are all the things, if I could turn the camera around, it'd be so much better, which I probably can do. Yeah, these are all the things that I want to do before I start my shift at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And when I wake up tomorrow morning, the next time I'll be going to sleep is probably in Italy. Oh God.